And action.
Woo!
Hi, guys.
What's up, spooky fam?
So, Andrea misinformed everybody. I'm sorry to tell you.
Wait, misinformed on what?
Oh, well, at the live event, you told everybody that we were on podcast like 11.
Yeah, it's 14.
Sorry, guys. She's just really terrible. That's all you have to know.
Horrible. All in all.
So we're super excited because it's been a really long time. We're going to be a lot more consistent on this. We have so many things going on, which we're going to cover for tonight. But future events are coming up. We also had an event. We're going to tell you guys about that, what happened with that. We're going to be visiting some places, and we actually have a really cool gift at the end that you can see. We'll tell you all about that at the end. But I'm so excited. Dre, are you excited?
I am so excited. I feel like we haven't done this in like 2 years.
Well, it's been like a really long time.
Yeah.
The podcast didn't even start like 2 years ago, so... It's just like, that's my hiccup of confirmation. Yes. Okay, guys, so what are we going to talk about, Andrea? Andrea has this nice little letter right here about all the ghost things that we're going to cover. I can't read her handwriting, so if this podcast goes bad, it is because of this woman, because she cannot write.
It's not a letter, it's a layout.
It's a layout. Okay, anyway.
Outline.
It's gonna go out.
This was us all day today, guys. Just letting you guys know. A little behind the scenes.
Trey, this is us all 14 podcasts.
Yes.
Alright, Trey, so what are we gonna talk about today?
So let's start off with our live event. Guys, it was amazing. If you were there, thank you so much. We got to share some spooky stories. We got to meet a lot of people, putting faces to our followers. It was amazing. Thank you everyone for coming out. Like, literally, I couldn't have asked for a better... Hey, Steven! What's up, man? I couldn't have asked for a better event as our first live event. Like, what do you think, Brittany?
I thought it was, like, amazing. Like,
dude.
Oh my god, so many people came. It was so much fun. We had pizza. We had a bunch of snacks, drinks.
We had veggies.
Veggies for the vegan day. But overall, like, everybody shared their stories. I hope that everybody slept that night. Yeah, for the most part, I slept like a baby because I was already traumatized when we first started this podcast, so I'm over it now.
We're past the trauma.
I know how to handle this stuff now. I'm grown.
I'm grown one.
But overall, it was like so much fun. It was at a barn, and all of us had a really great time. Yeah. We were all sharing our ghost stories. A lot of the stories like surprised me.
Yeah.
I
didn't expect everyone to have such like creepy stories. And
I know.
Experiences like they did.
I know. Everybody talks about like.
Steven says pizza is great.
So Steven was there. He's listening now. He was through the Zoom, and he had his own pizza.
In his own haunted house.
I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
He had everything.
Yeah. It was really cool, the Zoom thing.
Yeah.
Like, he had, like, a whole ghost in the background, like a haunted mansion, and he said he was going to sell the house, and the ghost came with it, so.
Anybody who's interested, let us know.
For real.
We'll put you in contact.
But overall, thank you so much for coming, you guys. It was event number 1, and we want to tell you a little bit more about like the future events that we have coming up, because those are also going to be fun. It's our spooky time. Some people believe the Halloween starts September 1st, ends on, I don't know, November 3rd. Right after my birthday. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, thank you so much for coming, everybody. And it is spooky time, so we're gonna be going hardcore in this spookiness. But as far as what we're gonna talk about, in the end we have something extremely creepy, so keep an eye out so that you can see that video.
Yes.
We'll show you something that just recently happened, but we'll show you that. And today we're also going to talk about like the places that we're going to be visiting soon. So a big discussion as far as the events coming up. We're going to be going to like haunted bed and breakfast, hotels, and we're super excited.
A little bit of traveling here and there.
Yeah, and we want you guys to come. So if you hear a place that sounds really cool to you, let us know. Come. You are invited. It will give you the information, and we're super excited. So the first place that we're going to be going to is probably Lizzie Borden. That's definitely our number one.
Mm-hmm.
I know Dre is like super excited.
Yes.
But Lizzie Borden is like so fun.
I mean, I've heard good things as far as like if you want to go and experience stuff, that's the place to go.
That's the place you go, yes.
Facts.
It's kind of creepy because we have this planned out exactly like 10 years. So I was in Lizzie Borden. I stayed in the house 10 years ago. Literally 10 years ago, and it was on my birthday, so it was my sweet 16. And this year is actually 10 years. So 10 years, and we're actually planning to go back around my birthday time to Lizzie Borden. It
was meant to be.
Yeah, so I don't know, maybe the Lizzie Borden will just remember and be like,
so
happy birthday! Welcome back every 10 years. So, to give you guys like a quick background of the Lizzie Borden house, Dre, do you want to give them a background? I'll share a story or something about like what I experienced.
Quick background Lizzie Borden. So this house became famous because Lizzie Borden was accused of murdering her basically entire family. I mean, that covers the entire story, right?
Yeah, so...
Right? Well, but they couldn't prove it, right? That was the whole thing.
Well, yeah, that's the whole mystery thing, is just, like, they don't know who
murdered. 100% proof.
So, to give you guys a quick background of it, it goes, I think the song that goes with it, that they made up for it, goes... Lizzie Borden took an axe, gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41. So, that's kind of how it goes. Maybe it goes the other way, but something like that.
Something along those lines.
But basically, Lizzie Borden lived with her father, I believe her sister. Her uncle was visiting at the time as well too, and she was living with her stepmom as well. There's a bunch of like mysteries and everything like that about what the heck happens, but basically I believe so what had happened is that while they were there were some people in the house, there were some people who were not in the house. And while Lizzie Borden, I believe she was in the yard or something like that, the maid was taking a nap in the maid room in the attic, and the uncle was visiting, but I believe that he was just out of the house at the time, and Lizzie Borden was out in the yard. But the thing is, when the maid went up to go take a nap, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Andrea is gonna panic.
Oh my god, Callie.
Let me go get her. But you want to explain the story really quick? So Lizzie Borden was in the back of the yard, and all of a sudden Lizzie Borden comes in, and the maid in the attic just hears screaming. So just straight up screaming, and the maid runs downstairs to see what happened, and Lizzie Borden is like, somebody killed my parents. So what the heck happened? It's really, really hard to know. It's really hard to know because Lizzie Borden just said that she walked in and her parents were were dead. The thing is that
so the big thing was that they couldn't figure out, because of how, like, what time they put, like, everyone's death, how anybody else could have done the murders other than someone that was in the house.
Well, that's the thing, but there's a lot of, like, different kind of, like, alibis. Like, the thing is that, like, Lizzie Borden was somewhere. I believe she said that there was some kind of mix-up, like, she was in the backyard, but then also there was, like,
it's like the story's
an
changed.
uncle or a lawyer, somebody who was in town at the time that the family knew very well, also said, oh, Lizzie was at my house at the time.
To try to, like, cover for it. Damn.
Yeah, but
it actually says that she was acquitted of the charges.
Oh, so proven not guilty?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. So she
But then no one else.
But
they
so
couldn't find anybody
they
else.
don't know who did it. That's the thing. Nobody has been proven guilty. But they call it the Lizzie Borden house because they're convinced at the end of the day that Lizzie Borden did it. That she asked for her stepmother and then she asked for her father. In the head. so that's what they say. They don't, but the thing is, they don't know who did it. I mean, the uncle was in town at the time, and so they're like, the reason why, though, when I was at the house that they were saying is that they don't know if it was Lizzie Borden, because there's no way that a woman, mind you, this is like the late 1800s, they were saying there's no way that a woman would have that much strength to be able to lift an axe like that and be able to kill someone like that. 2 people. So they said that's why it was hard to believe that Lizzie Borden, a woman, would do that. So that was one thing. You want to, like, explain some other things?
Yeah, so, like, basically it was, like, it's still a famous story today because based on the facts, it was so difficult to prove that either Lizzie had actually done it, or if it was someone else, like, nobody knew who the hell it could have been, or how they would have gotten to the house, like, so on and so forth, because there was other people also in the house. So there's just, like, so much miscommunication, like, so much that, like, people just don't know. In order to, like, finally get to the actual murder.
But there's a bunch of, like, questions. And the thing is that, like, so the maid was there, right? The maid was in the house. And it's like, why would maybe she murdered, right? And, like, it was just a huge, like, big question. And, I forgot what happened with the maid, but something with the maid, and, it's just like, what happened, you know?
But
the thing is, the weird thing is that when the police came to detect and kind of do more detective work, they got to the house, and when they got to the house, I was told that when they were giving me a tour around the house is that they actually found a dress that was covered in blood being burned or boiled in the kitchen.
Boiled?
Or burned, yeah. It was burned or boiled in the kitchen. So, that, like, what kind of evidence is that? Like, and then I believe Lizzie Borden had an excuse. Like, something like, oh, I don't know, it's just a new dress or something like that. I mean, that's just, like, weird. So they really don't know what happened. It's a huge kind of like question. But overall, we are going to be going there. They don't know why. Lizzie had the biggest kind of alibis to go ahead and do it as well. Not alibis, motives to want to possibly murder her father and her stepmom. There were some kind of rumors around about the father disrespecting her, but then also there was rumors about maybe the possibility of her father giving all of the money in the will to her stepmom and her stepsister, rather than to Lizzie. So would that be a good reason to get rid of the stepmother and also the father?
Money.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's a huge question, but this is one of the places that we want to go to. So this is the Lizzie Borden house. I have talked about this before. This is one of the scariest places I've ever been to, and I am so excited. Am I excited that this is exactly 10 years on my birthday, like the same date that we're going? It's kind of weird to me. Like, it's kind of ironic.
I think it was meant to be.
Oh my gosh. So we're going to be going, it's in Fall River, Massachusetts. We want you guys to go. So if you guys would like to go ahead and message one of us and let us know. We'll send you the information if you would like to tag along. We also have like a Zoom option so you can tag along with us. It's me, Andrea, and it's also for other people that are going right now. So that's 6 of us.
Booked.
But we do have a little bit more room if you would like to come to stay with us, and we also have a Zoom option if you would like to join us but you're not able to travel or something like that. We have a Zoom option too, so let us know if you're interested. We'll send you the information, set up like a discussion call, and we'll see if you guys want to come. The other thing is, I'll just give you a quick little background. I know that I have like a whole video on this because this house is insane, but I'll tell you a quick little thing that some things that happened when I was there. But when I was staying at this place, I read that on the computer, on the internet 10 years ago before I went, that there were so many ghost investigators who went. They weren't able to stay in the house or anything like that because they would end up leaving scared, running out. And I was intrigued. I was like, wow, ghost hunters aren't even able to stay in because they get so scared. So I'm like, seems like a promising place. So I ended up going. They said that the 3rd floor was the most haunted, so I went to the 3rd floor. And when I was staying with my friend, it was me and 2 of my friends, and then it was my father, my stepmother, and my little brother in the other room. Some of the things that happened during the night, one of my friends fell asleep right away. Me and my other friend refused to sleep for the whole night because why would you sleep in that house? And then in the other room, it was my father, my stepmom, and my brother. But some of the things that happened, there was a doll that ended up moving in the middle of the night, not just once, but multiple times while me and my friend were right there. And it was just us in this room. Nothing else would have moved that doll anywhere. One time it was at the bench, and then we looked at each other, and then the next time we looked, it was on the floor, like somebody threw it. And mind you, this is where we were told kids play around with the toys, so to leave the toy chest open. So that's just kind of an example. There was a doll, and a doll was being thrown around and everything like that. The other thing is there were chargers being ripped out of the wall. Did I see it being ripped out of the wall? No, but I did see a charger that my charger was in the wall, and then when I came back from a restaurant, it was in the bed. I don't know why, who did that, I don't know. So that's just a few things. And then the other thing is my stepmom woke up in the middle of the night a few times, and she saw that the latch hook for the lock in the 1800s lock, so you can imagine that old door, unlocked, and the door was wide open into the hallway. She said she woke up maybe 2 or 3 times in the middle of the night. So that's just kind of some examples right there. What are some other things? There was a teddy bear in the room with my stepmother. She took the teddy bear, put it next to my little brother, and when she woke up those 2 or 3 times, every time the teddy bear was right next to her. We caught a glimpse of some kind of ghost boy also on a camera. I've actually never told anybody about that. I don't know why. I'm just remembering right now.
I was going to say, I never heard you say that.
Yeah, my dad was filming my little brother because my brother was throwing a tantrum.
Lord.
But my brother was throwing a tantrum, and because my parents forgot his blanket, his little kid blanket. Mind you, he's probably like 4 at the time or something.
Wow.
Well, he's 11 years younger than me. So he was throwing a tantrum because he wanted his freaking blanket, and then my dad was kind of recording it, like, oh, this is gonna be one for the books, you know what I mean? And then my dad goes, oh my God, Brittany, there's like, we found something. Guys, as far as like a ghost story podcast goes, this has to be one of the best places that we're going to go to, because I've been to a lot of bed and breakfasts, and a lot of them are like, okay, that's weird, that's creepy. I've had ghost stuff happen, and it's like, okay, that's weird, that's creepy. But then, like, this Lizzie Borden house is something else.
Legit.
It's something else. So, guys, like, come. I want you guys to come. We want you guys to come. Message us to get some more information, and we'll give you the in-person information, or we will give you the Zoom information as well, too, if you would like to come with us through Zoom. But we want you there, so message one of us. Steven asked, do you still have the footage from there? I would actually have to ask my father, unfortunately, because, mind you, this was 10 years ago. Like,
He probably does. I feel like he would probably keep it.
Maybe. You know what? I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask if, like...
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask if he has that, because that would be perfect. Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna ask my father if we have that.
I'm marking it down for you, Steven.
But yeah, come, you guys. So house number 2 that we're gonna be going to, I've actually been to this one too. It's Captain Grant's in Connecticut. This is right next to like the casinos, over here in Connecticut. So you have the quick story on that, Dre, kind of like a brief
story. Location. Antiquesville B&B offering complimentary wine and Wi-Fi. Ooh. Captain Grant's 1754 is an excellent choice for travelers visiting Preston, offering a quaint environment alongside many helpful amenities. The feature on Travel Channel show. Hold up. Let's see. Haunted B&B Mystic. The Ghost of Captain Grant. Carol has written a book called The Ghost of Captain Grant's Inn. It is in your typical haunted house story. Instead, the book has 3 distinct parts that interplay with each other. Captain Grant's Inn is known by its guests as a spectacular destination for rest and relaxation and encounters with friendly spirits.
Oh, does it say friendly? Oh, that explains it. Because you want to know why? When I went, it felt very friendly. It felt like a very friendly ghost.
But it says...
Oh.
This haunted bed and breakfast wasn't always the charming and accessible paranormal hotspot that it is today. It used to be. She's a fascinating story of how aura comes in.
Guys, there's like a cemetery right there in their backyard. I thought that was like the creepiest thing. The other thing also, they said that there's like a cat, a ghost spirit cat that like roams the hallways, and you'll hear the cat sometimes like running around or meowing. To be honest, did I ever like experience that or hear it? No, but like I did hear like weird noises in the bathroom like a lot. And it did feel like a good spirit kind of. I'm pretty good at feeling energy. And I'm pretty good at like feeling if it's a female energy or like a masculine energy. It felt like a female energy. But not like a bad one, but it did feel kind of like a female energy. Oh my God, Dre, speaking of energy, I think I have a story, like a surprise story for them that like I never told. That we never told. Dre's mad because every time I do this, I'm like, I'm done with stories. Like, I don't have any more. And she's like, and then I'm like, oh, I have another one.
Pulls them out, guys.
But Dre, you actually know about this one. I don't think we shared this one with them yet. Do you remember, I think like last summer, we discovered that when we were visiting your family in Peru, I like felt the presence of your aunt?
My great aunt.
Your great aunt. I don't think we told them.
No.
Guys, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Steven said to create stories. Yeah, I actually am gonna be writing stories. But guys, by the way, if you guys are writers as well too, or if you have stories you want to share and you want to be a part of the podcast, send it over to us. We want to share your story for you. And if you have even written stories, either fiction or nonfiction, just let us know if it's fiction or nonfiction so we can let people know. And just let us know. We want to share it. I think I'm a writer myself, so I'm gonna be writing some of the ghost stories. So I'm gonna be writing some, and
we will also be doing a contest, correct?
What do you mean?
Scary story contest.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the events coming up. If you want to mention that now, yeah.
Yes. Scary stories, send in your stories. If you want to go live with us, you are more than welcome to, and we will have an awesome prize for you guys, especially now that we're so close to October, our month.
Yeah, just keep an eye out for that, you guys. And then what's the other one we're gonna be going to?
Hotel of Horror, Pennsylvania.
So hotel number 3 that we want to seriously go to is called Hotel of Horror in Pennsylvania. And like we're so excited because this place, I don't know if it's actually like haunted, if it has like a real ghost or spirit, but the thing is that it's an actual like haunted house. Like Trail of Terror kind of thing, like actual haunted house that you can walk through. And when you walk through it, see if you'll somewhat survive, but then also you can stay the night. So imagine like staying the night in in the haunted hotel. So we're going to be staying the night with like a haunted, it's going to be like actors and stuff like that, but we're going to be staying the night, and basically they can do whatever they pretty much want. They can scare us, they can do anything, but just keep an eye out for that. If you guys want to come to that, let us know. The other thing is we are going to be going to Salem, Massachusetts. Dre, have you ever been?
For obvious reasons, I have not. I've not been to Salem.
Guys,
I've been to
I just
other
want to say
parts of
something. She is a witch.
You can't just give away my shit like that. As Steven writes, shit, I say shit.
So we're going to be going to Salem, Massachusetts. We're going to explore the city of
the witches.
The Salem, Massachusetts. And we're going to see all of the places. I have actually stayed in a haunted bed and breakfast there before. And yeah, it was haunted. It had a bunch of history with like old town information. People, died there. They still haunt it and everything. It was an old Victorian place. Like the elevators in there was like
questionable.
No, it was like Titanic level, like in the movie what they look like. Yeah. So, and Steven said they really do it up Halloween time. So we're definitely going to be going. We're going to find like a haunted place for sure. And we're going. So if you would like to come to Salem, Massachusetts with us, please come. We look forward to seeing you. And let us know. Again, if you want to come in person and stay with us the night to see if you can survive. Can I legally say that? And then, or you can come through Zoom.
Survive.
Or you can come through Zoom. So just DM us, message us if you guys would like to come. And let's see, what are some other things? Oh yeah, so Dre, you love this. You wanted to talk about this so bad. Go ahead.
Yes, because it was so creepy. Okay, so Brittany has a friend. Well, it's a friend of a friend, right?
It's a friend of the friend, yeah.
It's a friend of a friend. Was it that they have a ring? You know how like now everybody has like motion sensors, right? In case you have like pets, blah blah blah, you could set it up in your apartment. So friend of a friend lives in New York, small apartment.
motion sensor, but not looking outside, like at the front.
On the inside.
Looking inside.
Inside of the apartment.
So
okay.
like this is a view of the living room and the bedroom. I think it was a studio apartment.
Yeah, it was like a studio apartment, like small bedrooms right there, everything.
Guys, this just happened, by the way, the other day in New York.
Yes. So I hung out with Brittany the other day, and she just plays this video for me because apparently the person got like an alert on their phone. Hey, something set off the camera, and it like records the snip that like whatever set it off, right? Just
to let you guys know, this person wasn't home at the time, so they got a notification that there's something moving, and you know the motion detector went off, so the person checked and looked and to see what was moving.
And they shouldn't have looked.
The suspense.
No, like literally. What you see in the camera is, like, the top part of the camera is covered with, like, a black, like, just black figure, right? Doesn't really look like anything.
Yeah, like, to give you guys an image, if you guys have ever seen the movie, like, what I can think of is, like, the Grudge, if you've ever seen that movie.
Kind of.
So, kind of, like, the corner, if you guys can see here, like, the corner, if you have, like, a screen that's, like, a square, and in the corner, about covering, like, 25% of the camera. There's just this floating. It looks like
it just looks like just black
like
figure.
A blob.
Like
it's
like
just
a blob.
In the corner, and it looks like it's just stuck there. It's not floating. Don't put that into your mind. It's just stuck there on the screen.
But kind of it is floating because then it drops.
But it's like the Grudge. It's like hooked onto something. Like it's hanging onto something.
And then it just drops. And then you see, like, a black, more human figure.
Yes.
Like, from the side.
Guys, it was like a human figure. It was in the corner, and then it jumped onto the floor.
It did not jump, it dropped.
Alright.
It dropped.
Same thing.
It's not the same thing.
It jumped from the ceiling to the floor.
It just dropped itself.
And it was standing there, and it was like a human figure, and it had like the head shape and the neck. It went in a little bit, and then the shoulders, and it also looked like it had a hunchback.
It was fucked up, guys. I'm sorry if we have to censor this, but this was crazy.
Guys, this is an actual video that just happened the other day. And like, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that this is a thing.
It was crazy. Like, I kept playing it over and over again because I'm like, this isn't real. Like, it has to be, like, some kind of toy. Like, they set it up. Maybe it's, like, a Halloween, like, decorate. No. This is just, like, a black freaking figure that just, like, drops and just chills in front of the bed. And it's just, like, it's, like, a quick fucking clip of it. It was messed up.
Honestly, guys, it's so scary.
It's really, really scary.
So we actually have a spot. So because this is a friend of the friend, I am not able to post this into the Facebook group, but I am going to post it into this little thing over here. Andrea, do you want to tell them what it is?
I don't know what this little thing over here is.
So we're gonna tell you actually, guys, about our newest huge thing that we have going on. We put this together and we've been thinking about it, and we're so excited to tell you about it. And this is actually where you can see the video yourself.
We're not crazy. You need to see this video. Like, I just want to put it out there that
you need to see it. So check it out. And Dre, you want to tell them where they can see the video?
So we actually set up a Patreon page for all of our fans and listeners and our spooky family to follow us there. We're also putting together, like, exclusive memberships. Should we go over, like, specifics of membership?
We'll go into, like, a little bit to tell them about it, but this is where you guys can see this video. So check it out. You're not gonna regret it. We could talk about, like, what they're gonna get for it.
Yeah, so for membership, we were thinking, like, exclusive access to videos, whether it be, like, when we go to Lizzie Borden and there's, like, footages that, like, we're not just putting over live, little clips of things that we get, maybe pictures, extended videos of things that we experience in our spooky travels that will all be included.
It's just gonna be like real videos, like the figure in the corner jumping, and then the dropping, and then also like I just asked my father if he had the video of my little brother throwing a tantrum, and then the ghost kind of like walked by him at the same time. My dad said, unfortunately, a lot of like pictures and stuff were lost on the computer like a few years ago. I do remember this happening. But he'll probably still look around to see if it's there.
I could find it.
But as soon as I have it, the first place this is going to is the membership. And did you finish? Go ahead.
No. We're also gonna have some of our merch. We're thinking like t-shirts, some cool mugs, things like that. Anything spooky related. And members will get 25% off of all of our merchandise. Yes. Who will say no to 25% off? I wouldn't. Oh my god, what is going on outside? So many weird things are happening tonight, guys. I don't know.
That was really scary.
That was really creepy.
I don't know if you guys heard that, but there was something not normal outside. That just like there's something driving by. I don't know what that was.
It didn't sound right.
That was weird. That was creepy. Maybe we're just really creeped out already, and then that was creepy. But all right, this is how you know it's a good podcast, because
this was a good time.
We're scared.
This was a good time.
This means it was a success.
This was meant to be.
And then also the last thing. Well, not the last thing, because I actually want to add one more thing.
Alright, but what I think is one of the cooler things is with all our events coming up, if you're part of our membership club, you will be like first in line to call dibs, especially with, unfortunately, what's happening in the world right now with COVID. Depending on where we're going, we might have stricter rules that we have to follow, so we would only be able to travel with a certain amount of people. But if you're part of the membership, our little club that we're creating now, you will have first dibs to go. And trust me, we are going to some pretty amazing places, so definitely want to be part of that.
And the other thing is you guys are going to have regular ghost stories that will be given to you. So as far as we're going to try to do that as much as possible, but as a member with us, we want to make sure that you guys have the exclusive creepy ghost stories, like, a lot. Hello, Peter. Peter said hello.
Hola.
He was actually going to go to the event, but he wasn't able to make it. Hello. Hopefully we see you at the next one, Peter. But yeah, so we're gonna have regular ghost stories. Again, I'm a writer, so this is gonna be real ghost stories, but then this is also gonna be kind of written ones that I'm gonna write. I have a history of winning ghost story writing contests, so check it out. I'm gonna probably post like some of them that I've won.
Of course you can join, Peter.
Yes, Peter.
Please join.
Peter said, "Can I join?" Of course.
Join.
And then the other thing is it's going to be ghost stories just in general. So like if we have a new place we're gonna go to, we'll kind of like put a ghost story together, like let you guys know what it's all about and stuff. Basically the point is we want you to stay spooky, and we're gonna make sure that you're going to stay spooky.
Always.
So join with us again as a member with us in the Patreon. It is going to give you exclusive access to videos, photos, content, all of this information that is only exclusive to this membership. The other thing is 25% off all of the merchandise that's Andrea's doing, so thank Andrea. 25% all of the merchandise, t-shirts, cups, anything that we have, socks coming up, 25%.
Tattoos, stickers.
What's
going off right now?
I didn't realize when we started to do tattoos, but now we're tattoo artists.
It's a thing.
And then also first dibs on the events that we announced. So you get first dibs as a member with us, priority. So welcome. The other thing is, it is a regular. You're gonna have regular ghost stories. Again, this is gonna be real ones. This is gonna be fake ones, and then this is also going to be just backgrounds of the events we're gonna go to, and some more real life and ghost stories from other people, exclusive just to you guys. So we want you guys to join, be with us forever, and we look forward to seeing you. So again, DM us for that information.
Last thing we should cover, I know at a live event we kind of covered it a little bit, but especially for October, we will be having live events every weekend, guys. We're talking creepy yoga, we're talking creepy paint night, maybe a little drink, we'll see. Disco Halloween, we are definitely putting together like an awesome Halloween, dress up like the scariest, creepiest person you can think of. Come join us, party, just have a great time. Halloween, living it up 100%. All these events we will be posting up. We're also going to post up some videos and some pictures of our first live event in the barn in Fairfield. So much amazing stuff coming your way, guys. We are so excited to be putting all this together, and I mean, we really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
So Steven asked, creepy yoga. What's creepy yoga?
Creepy yoga is exactly what it sounds like.
Yes. So creepy yoga is, I'm a yoga teacher, so I'm going to be teaching the class. It's going to be a yoga class.
I'll be playing some creepy tracks. Oh, I think we also made it glow.
And yeah,
right?
So it's glow, creepy yoga. 3 things. So it's going to be under the, is it U? Not UV.
Black light.
The black light, yes. Under the black light. So wear neon clothing and everything like that. But also we're going to kind of like dress up. So dress up as something that you'd like for Halloween. And it's just going to be some creepy music, but it's yoga. So it's just going to be glowing, creepy yoga. It's going to be so cool. It's going to be really good for Instagram pictures and everything like that. So come. And we are excited to have you come.
Yes.
But we look forward to seeing you guys. Message us and we will give you that information to join our Patreon to be one of our exclusives, and
yes, we will add our link.
First thing that you guys are going to see in there is the video of that little ghost, right, going all the way down, jumping to the floor.
Dropping. Well, you let us know what you think.
Yeah, is it jumping or is it dropping? Alright, guys. Yes, Steven just asked, is there an Instagram page? Yes, we have an Instagram page. What is our Instagram username? We're gonna see. Hold on.
It's just Ghost Story. Yeah. Hold on. It is Ghost Stories with Brittany and Andrea. I don't know if you guys could see this. Wait, am I going the wrong way? Yes, I am. There it is, guys. We will actually add all our social media. We're everywhere now. So we will be adding all those links on the bottom of this video. Follow us.
Thank you so much for coming to podcast number 14.
14, yes.
Yeah, 14. Thank you. And we look forward to seeing you guys again. Lots of things coming up next week. What's our event next week?
I think we're just doing a podcast.
Next week we're going to be tuning in. So stay tuned next week for a podcast for next week. We have some people who would like to share some of their stories. So keep an eye out for that. You've never heard these stories before. And we look forward to seeing you. Stay spooky, and we hope to see you in our Patreon.
Yes.
Let us know about that video. Jumping or dropping?
Dropping. You know whose team you should be on.
Bye, guys. See you soon. Stay spooky, and thank you so much for watching.
Peace.